MSA folks are asking about giving the Friday sermon in the English language in America instead of Arabic, and there's kind of a fighting happening there. Unfortunately, it seems like people forget we have bigger things to fight about. Secondly, look at the majority of the profound scholars of Sharia across America, and you see them giving the Friday sermon in English. Only a small minority do so. And then look in the audiences of each of those scholars and see which one is paying more attention, which one is benefiting, which one is learning, which one is growing. So that's the first part of the answer. Now I'll move on to the actual fiqh of the answer. The Quran makes it very clear that every prophet was sent with the language of their people. Allah says in Surah Ibrahim, وَمَا أَرْسَلْنَا مِن رَسُولٍ إِلَّا بِلِسَانِ قَوْمِهِ. We did not send a prophet except he spoke the language of his people. The reason for that is the first obligation upon anybody is to know, فَاعْلَمْ أَنَّهُ لَا إِلَهَ إِلَّا اللَّهِ, to understand. How can people understand if we're communicating to them in a language that they don't know? So since understanding is key to fulfilling an obligation, then what allows us to complete that understanding becomes an obligation. So speaking in a language that people understand in the khutbah is like wudu to salah. ما لا يتم الواجب إلا بأدائه فهو واجب. The axiom says, whatever helps us complete an obligation becomes an obligation. The other point is that the scholar is not the one who seeks to preserve his school of thought, his experiences, but the scholar looks after shu'un al-muslimin, what's best for the ummah, and brings people closer to Allah. When we give the Friday sermon in a language other than English in America, we isolate converts, we isolate their co-workers, their friends. We isolate our deaf brothers and sisters who need signing done in English language. And we isolate the majority of the Muslims who don't understand Arabic. So trying to preserve the Arabic language is in fact counterproductive because it pushes people away from the deen of Allah, and protecting people's faith is from one of the objectives, the maqasid of Sharia. Wabillahi tawfiq.